Raphael. How have you found the Divine Healing Support Program? What were your thoughts about it before we started, and how's it been?
I found it really supportive to be able to bring the questions to you. Initially, as it was presented to me, it was a sense of a business program, and I had a lot of sort of business focused questions at the beginning, but as it's gone on through the weeks, I found it to be much more supportive with the actual practice of divine healing and sharing the exchanges that we've had with our clients and together as a group. So it feels like a very whole, complete approach. And I must say, when I first came into it, I had sort of quite a linear thinking with it, thinking it'd be very, very practical. And we were given very structured guidance out of the best way to market. But I found in the latter weeks, it's been a real sort of complete vessel for holding us as we deepen with our divine healing journey, both professionally and personally. So I have found it really beneficial. Thank you.
The latter part that we've been doing was the main intention of it, but just people asked about business questions, so I got into that at the beginning. That's why that happened.
Yeah.
People wanted to know whatever you need. So
yeah,
you launched. So.
Yeah, it did feel very organic the way it flowed, and I just had huge trust that I felt very called to be part of it, and I can see why now, because it has been really supportive.
What do you take away from it in terms of your practice now?
I think a sense of just really consistently committing to my path, really, with divine healing. I've just, I came to divine healing from a very personal place that I wanted to, heal myself more. And I've recognized now this gift is so much bigger and, is so valuable to keep sharing in the world, and it would be wrong of me to keep it just as a personal experience now. And so to have the platform of a business to take it forward and make it accessible to others, in a way that can integrate so seamlessly into their lives at a pace and a level that feels right for them.
Ngan, can you hear me? Yeah. How have you found the support program?
It really helps me to clarify some of the questions that obviously you don't have time to deal with directly in class, and obviously they're going to come up as you practice. So for me as a practitioner, it brings me much more clarity, more detail, and since you are the one bringing this forward, then to have your insights rather than just what my thoughts or instincts are gives me just that much more ability to bring clients deeper into their healing process.
Gerline, have you found the support program in terms of developing yourself as a practitioner?
Oh, Nicolas, it's been super helpful. I think there were 17 of us on the training, and after the training was so intense and so overwhelming, and I was going through my own journey, I was going through my own healing, a lot of stuff was coming up, and I was doubting myself a lot. Oh my God, why am I putting myself through this? Why am I putting my body through all this? But once, after a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, once the whole thing integrated, you feel kind of, at peace again. And the support program I found, because we have 5 of us on it, so we've got so much more of you, Nicolas, to share you with. And once the training was finished, I think once I started practicing it, there was so many questions that came up, and I was reaching out to the other women in the group. But when we ask you, it is like on a completely different level. So which has been very, very helpful, Nicolas. So yeah, I think the support program has made me more confident, asking you the questions and you answering them. Definitely, yes.
Okay, thank you. All April, how have you found the support program in your development process and getting divine healing online in your practice?
So I feel that it has been extremely helpful, and I'm so thankful that you offered it because, like the others have said, I share similar feelings, but it is such a powerful piece of work and such a powerful, modality to use to heal yourself and others. Things do come up, and the additional clarity just helps with you being able to, continually grow and just get better and help others with a little bit more ease and grace. And it just helps with the integration big time. Like, I feel like I've integrated and assimilated it so much more smoothly and nicely, hearing what others are going through, and then also getting the advice and the guidance from you, because it is such a big, powerful piece of work. So thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Connie, how have you found the support program and developing your structure and getting divine healing out there in the world?
I found that with this secondary aspect to the group within class, I have been rewatching these class videos a lot, but this seems to just, as everyone else said, and I'll echo, it just helps to complete and take that next step to really gain the understanding of how each chart flows. And so it does answer the question, as each session is so unique. It just gives you that sense of more confidence as you're going into a session. Also echoing as you've heard, what others have come up against. And so this has been so nice to gain that aspect of the clarity of working with each charts and going to that second step after the class itself. And as far as the structure we received, it just really kind of lays it out. And you've been so helpful in sharing your information on how to set up your website, what webinars to do, how to structure your own webinar. I mean, going into just those particulars, that's my background is business, and you really covered a lot of business savvy for it. So it was really nice that way of how to really launch your practice and get it up and running, which is, new for me. This is definitely a different field than the corporate world. So it had a total different feel, but it was really nice and great information on how to launch that. So thank you.